Addis Ababa, the rising megacity in East Africa. Addis Ababa, Ethiopia's capital, which means new flower in the native Amharic language, shows little sign of losing its youthful, lusty edge, and is the pulsing heart of this eclectic nation's resurgence as one of the world's fastest-growing economies. According to current census data, the city has a population of approximately 4.8 million inhabitants. As a chartered city, Addis Ababa is where the African Union is headquartered, and where its predecessor, the Organization of African Unity, was based. The city also hosts the headquarters of the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, as well as various other continental and international organizations. Addis Ababa is therefore often referred to as the political capital of Africa, for its historical, diplomatic, and political significance for the continent. The city is divided into 10 boroughs, called sub-cities, and 99 wards. Addis, as it's often simply known, is the world's third highest capital city at 2,400 meters, and has worn its heart on its sleeve since it was founded by Ethiopian Emperor Menelik about 1892. Only since the late 19th century has Addis Ababa been the capital of the Ethiopian state. Its immediate predecessor, Entoto, was situated on a high tableland, and was found to be unsatisfactory because of extreme cold and an acute shortage of firewood. The Empress Taitu, wife of Emperor Menelik II, persuaded the emperor to build a house near the hot springs at the foot of the tableland, and to grant land in the area to members of the nobility. The city was thus founded in 1887, and was named Addis Ababa by the Empress. Addis Ababa was the capital of Italian East Africa between 1936 to 1941. During this period, modern stone houses were built, especially in the areas of European residents, and many roads were paved. Other innovations included the establishment of a water reservoir at Jafarsa to the west, and the building of a hydroelectric station at Akaki to the south. There were only limited changes in Addis Ababa from 1941 to 1960, but development has been impressive since then. Addis Ababa is the educational and administrative hub of Ethiopia. It is the site of Addis Ababa University, founded in 1950, and several teacher training colleges and technical schools are located in this megacity. Also located in the city are the Museum of the Institute of Ethiopian Studies, operated by the university, the National School of Music, the National Library and Archives, palaces of former emperors, and governmental ministries. The economic activities in Addis Ababa are diverse. The manufacturing industries found in the city include textiles, shoes, food and beverages processing, wood products, plastics, and chemical products industries. Most of Ethiopia's service industries are also located in the city. Banking and insurance services are concentrated in Addis Ababa, and the nation's major newspapers are published from this amazing city. The city has recently been in a construction boom, with tall buildings rising in many places. Various luxury services have also become available, and the construction of shopping malls has recently increased. The bulk of the export and import trade of Ethiopia is channeled through Addis Ababa on its way to, or from the ports of Djibouti, on the Gulf of Aden, or Aseb in Eritrea, on the Red Sea. The city is also the collection and distribution center for much of the country's internal trade. The Mercado, located in the western part of the city, is one of the largest open-air markets in Africa. The Piazza in the central city and Bole Road to the southeast feature more expensive European-style shopping centers. Addis Ababa is the hub of the nation's transportation network. Several roads connect it to other major cities, and a modern railway system which runs to neighboring country Djibouti. Public transport is through public buses, modern light rail system, and blue or white taxis. The taxis are usually minibuses that can seat at most 12 people, which follow somewhat predefined routes. The city is served by Addis Ababa Bole International Airport, where Ethiopian Airlines has its headquarters. The airport was recently expanded to a world-class standard, and now can handle 22 million passengers yearly, making it the biggest capacity airport in Africa. The city is a relatively clean and considered to be extremely safe in comparison to the other cities in the region. On a crime index, Addis Ababa scores a 44.2, putting it at a crime level of moderate, with the most common crimes being minor burglary and pickpocketing. Remarkable taller architecture in Addis Ababa includes the CBE headquarters, NIB International Bank, Zeeman Bank, Hebert Bank, Huda Tower, Nani Tower, Bank Misra Building, as well as the approved Angola World Trade Center Tower, the Abyssinia Bank Tower, the Mexico Square Tower, and the $200 million Africa Union Conference Center and Office Complex. The Mescal Square is one of the noted squares in the city, and is the site for the annual Mescal at the end of September annually, when thousands gather in celebration. Other features of the city include the large Mercado Market, the Jan Mita Racecourse, and Behirt Sage Recreation Center. The city is home to the Ethiopian National Library, the Ethiopian Ethnological Museum, the Addis Ababa Museum, the Ethiopian Natural History Museum, the Ethiopian Railway Museum, and National Postal Museum. The fossilized skeleton, and a plaster replica of the early hominid Lucy, known in Ethiopia as Dinkanish, is preserved at the National Museum of Ethiopia. Tourism is a growing industry within Addis Ababa and Ethiopia as a whole. The country has seen a 10% increase in tourism over the last decade, subsequently bringing an influx of tourists to Addis Ababa. In 2015, the European Council on Tourism and Trade named Ethiopia the #1 tourist spot in the world. If you ever find yourself in Addis Ababa, don't forget to try the local staple injera, a spongy pancake-like bread piled with various meats, vegetables, and delicious hot sauces. Also, don't forget to check out the finest coffee bars. Addis is the city of cafes, traditional coffee stalls in bars and restaurants, and women walking the streets with thermos flasks, all dispensing potent high-quality coffee. Ethiopia is the land of the finest Arabica coffee, as legend would have it, discovered by an Ethiopian shepherd boy and his goats sometime around the 6th century. The nightlife, especially at the weekend, is the city's old Central Piazza neighborhood, the place to be, where a hedonistic warren of tight alleys throbbing with neon-lit bars, emitting booming music styles from across the country. There's so much to discover in this energetic and wonderful city. If you enjoy this video and would like more definitive information about modern cities, trends, and constructions project in Africa, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our future videos.